here we go. Check, check. 1, 2. All right.
Checkity check.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome, everyone, and pull up a seat at the table. It's lunchtime in Rome. Tonight, we have episode 156 entitled Spring Springs Hope. What are you looking forward to in the coming weeks? What is something that you're striving for and feels like it is oh so close? What's the carrot dangling in the near distance that keeps you taking the next step forward? That is what we will be discussing this evening. So pull up a chair at the table and join us. First-time listeners can subscribe on your favorite podcast app or listen directly on lunchtimeinrome.com. While there, you can take our relational needs questionnaire and make sure to follow us on all social media. And it'd be great if you can give us a 5-star review. Jay, what specifically is this podcast about?
Well, Chris, being alone is the worst. Good times aren't as good, and bad times are worse when you are all alone. Romans 12:15 in the Bible says to rejoice with those who rejoice and mourn with those who mourn. That is how you keep people from being alone and what this podcast is all about. We demonstrate that in the first 15 minutes of the podcast, and we talk about it for the rest. So while it may not be 12:15 in Rome, we're treating it like it is.
Lunchtime in Rome. Hi.
Hi.
Zap.
Eric, you want to go first?
Oh, man.
Eric, tell us all about what's happened with you.
Well,
Another easy week.
oh, man. Man, there's so much I want to say that I just can't right now
Aw.
because of legal purposes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't try to extort money.
Man, I wish that was it.
Wow.
No, I'm dealing with something,
Yep.
and it is so annoying.
Oh, yeah.
And I really wish I could talk about it. It's very annoying that I can't talk about it right now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds really frustrating.
Yeah, it's made for a long day. And yeah, so there's that. But I shifted some things around in the office. One thing I am excited about, I know this sounds so, I don't want to say it sounds stupid, but I have upped my coffee game.
Oh, all right. Do tell.
I got a Chemex, and I brew my coffee with a Chemex, and I got a little kettle to warm up the water so that it's like the perfect temperature, and it's the best.
Explain that to me. What is a Chemex?
So Chemex is the beaker looking thing.
Okay.
over here
Yeah.
For
Yeah, but put it on camera.
for YouTube, it's one of these things, and you've got paper filters that go in top. Then you pour your coffee, put the coffee grounds in there, grind the coffee, pour the hot water over it. There's like a method to it.
Okay.
To pouring over.
So it's like a manual coffee maker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like the best quality cup of coffee that you have, and it is really good, and it's really clean. Like I've been doing the French press, and a lot of times you'll get like a sludge at the bottom, like some extra coffee grounds.
Never heard anybody say, love the sludge.
Yeah.
No matter what the topic.
Yeah. This is like the cleanest coffee I've ever had. I'll make you a cup sometime, Chris.
All right.
I know you have a cup of coffee sometimes.
Yes.
Over here.
I'm a coffee guy. Yeah, absolutely.
But
That's exciting.
and I just like the ritual in the morning. You know, it's like part of I do my
Well, this
devotional.
is-
I do the coffee.
And
you know,
this is your office now too. I
Right.
keep forgetting. Like,
yeah, and this is it. We just got word that we're not going to have desks at the office anymore. Like we're working from home permanently. If we do need to go, we'll have like a hotel station.
Interesting.
At
Now,
the-
are they
at the
keeping the
office.
office building? Like, are
Mhm,
they okay?
yeah.
So you can still like go there for meetings or whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which we plan to do like once a month or so.
Okay.
We're going in next week actually. But yeah,
That's both exciting and strange.
yeah.
Like, just
And I
for the world.
and it's like the still like that. So that's my little bit of a good. Also, I can't remember if I said this last week, but I tore down a trampoline and
Yeah, you did.
put it back up because it was free to us if we just went and got it and moved it to our house. And Maggie is loving it.
Aw.
Nice.
And we've had some good family
How
time
sweaty?
out there.
How sweaty did she get?
Yeah, like so sweaty. But good family time with her and Amy out there. Like she absolutely loves it. So I'm excited that we got something really awesome for free and that she loves it as much as she does. So that's very cool. And yeah, I know we're going to be talking about it later, so I'm not going to say much of it, but I'm very tired and I'm looking forward to going away. So, yeah.
Cool.
For me, I'm just a little bit tired of getting my, how do I say this cleanly, ass handed to me, coaching. And my guys are playing hard. Last night was a little not great, but tonight we had a match and we played pretty well. I mean, we just don't have the returning players, blah, 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 but I think I'll just say it. So yesterday we had an away match. And typically I like to wear, I wear slacks and a coaching shirt. But I'm like, I'm going to be on the bus. It's going to be 1,000 degrees. Nobody's looking at me. So I just wore shorts. And nobody said anything, but I feel like I should look nicer than that, but whatever. I mean, I look good no matter what. We all know that, right?
I steal some glances your way once in a while.
So, now you're just trying. So, tonight, we play a team, and their coach walks in, and he's wearing these just basketball shorts. He's wearing their school warm-up that the players wear.
Okay.
That has his name on the back, and he's wearing a headband. A headband.
Like he's gonna get into the game at some point.
If he was in the game, I would make fun of his headband. Let alone you're the coach. And so that was annoying. And back in the day in girls volleyball, if they would serve the ball and the other team would shank the pass or to hit the ground, it's an ace. And they would have an ace chant.
Oh, okay.
So for probably the last 12 years, I have forbidden ace chants on my girls' team. It's just cheesy. It's
sure rubbing it in.
Yeah, that's a little bit of it, but it makes you look don't be so excited. I'm awesome. I should get an ace every time.
Act like you've been there.
Yeah.
Right. It's just whatever. This team we played tonight, their guys' team, had an ace chant.
Oh, that's cute.
So terribly annoying. So that's
what do they do in an ace chant?
Theirs was simple. It was just ace, ace, ace.
Wow, that's lame. That's real lame. That's
well, but if it's even more, I'm going to make fun of them more. If it was just deep. The best I ever saw, this one girls team, they would go, ah, and then they would all bend over and put their hands behind their knees and clasp them to make an A out of their legs. But then it was also putting the rear end out in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, I kind of like it. It's kind of funny. It's kind of disrespectful because you're showing your rear end at the other team.
Right.
I mean, I'd kill my team if they did it, but
at least it was creative.
A little creative.
Ace. Dude, that's gonna be something for that. Dude,
that's so. Yeah.
Whenever I get my first hole-in-one disc golfing, I'm gonna say ace, ace, ace.
You can remember that 10 years from now?
That was a sick burn. That was a sick burn, Chris.
I'm only allowed to say it because I'm right there with you, man. I just feel like I'm never going to get my first ace, but
yeah, I could say you've been playing longer than me.
That's right.
Well, and to that end, that's a good transition. We'll be talking about all the things we're looking forward to this summer and whatnot. But on the disc golf course, they have been working on the pipeline. We have a gas easement. And they've been putting in these anode lines and whatever else. And today they were repairing the grass. And they said, we'll make it look better than it was. And I'm like, and I told them, I said, listen, I don't care. It's fine. I don't care. But they had a whole bunch of topsoil. And I told them, I said, hey, if there's any left over, you leave it right next to that basket over there. I said, and pat it down. I said, so we can put the basket on top of the big mound.
Ooh, fun.
To make that an even scarier putt and elevated.
Oh, on 9.
On 8.
The one through the flowers and down the hill.
Right.
Oh.
So now if you miss, it's just going to head right over that hill.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I drove by there on my way here, and they did, but they didn't look like they tapped it down. So I want to do something with that.
Right.
That's just kind of fun, exciting. And other than that, I was talking to Joe last night and saying I was real burdened for the sermon series. That I got a new one coming out and everything else, and he just started laughing. And he goes, I said, what? He goes, well, doesn't the Catholic Church and the Presbyterians, it's planned out 2 years in advance, and Sunday's coming, Dad.
Wow.
That's not quite as up there as if you're such a good coach, why don't you win more? But it's close. But I explained to him, I started our sermon series on Acts last spring.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was going to do Romans right afterwards. And halfway through, I was like, I'm not doing Romans next. I prayed about it, and I was researching and thinking about it. I'm like, no, no, not doing Romans. And so then I've been like, all right, what about this? Oh, what about this? Oh, and I was like, well, I'm kind of running out here in the last sermon series. So, but I spent a few hours on it, and I like where we're going to head. So
awesome.
Nice. And I like that pressure, just like, okay, got to do something. So,
right. It's go time.
And it was between two things. It wasn't like I was just like, I got nothing, So that's how I've been. And I'm looking forward to a lot of things, but that can wait.
Well, we always appreciate wherever you are led to, the message you are led to share with us. So that's...
You haven't had a series yet where you walk in every Sunday and you're like,
go. No.
It's never happened.
Surprisingly. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, of course not. For me, let me tell you, I'm joining Eric's exhaustion train this week.
Choo.
I feel like it's finally catching up with me, and I'm going to do a little self-pity party here and just say, like, it goes back to, I don't know, maybe the beginning of
time.
That's it. No, the beginning of like musical season, and so just my family is involved in musicals, right? Jay is familiar with this, but I'm the one. Amy plays for musicals. She pulls her oboe out, and this is her big time of the year for that, and that wasn't supposed to sound weird. Okay, anyway,
that's the point.
And so I sort of pick up little extra slack at home and doing things. Got through musical season, great, awesome. It's not about me. Get it, awesome.
But there's valor in that. It's not about you, but right. You can still say, yeah, I did my part, and
Right.
So don't just.
Well, and that's why I'm saying, like, okay. But now I'm allowed to have a little pity party. So there was that. And then right on the tail of that, like for about a week, almost a week, Amy was like sick as a dog.
Yeah, she was.
She had, we still don't know what it ended up being. She's on the mend. Everything's fine. Yeah, it could have been. Who knows? No, it wasn't a virus. It was some sort of, it looked like strep throat, but it didn't test as strep throat. But it just knocked her on her butt. Like she basically slept for 2.5 days. Fever and just, other symptoms that
sick.
Yeah. She wasn't, it wasn't just allergies. It wasn't COVID either. It wasn't apparently the normal strain of strep throat, but whatever. She was really out
clearly
of it.
Sick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So thankfully we're coming out of that, but man, I am just worn. And so like she started getting better. Her last day she stayed home was Monday. So she was back to work Tuesday.
Did she ever get like meds or stuff like that? Like they give her like a antibiotic
we
or
took
whatever?
her back to the doctor 3 days after she was there the first time when she tested negative for everything, and they're like, well, let us know how you feel in a couple days, but you're on the med. We can't test anything. You're probably just got a little something. You'll be fine. But she got worse and worse over the next 3 days. So we're like, okay, we're going back. And they still didn't know what she had. The doctor was like, well, it kind of looks like strep throat, but we don't know. But we'll put you on an antibiotic anyway, and just whatever, because it's not going to hurt you.
Well, can be uncomfortable for ladies.
I don't know. I'm not going to ask too many questions.
Not on the podcast.
So there was that.
Hold on. The ladies know.
Anyway, so then that takes me right into the school week, and I don't know, guys. Like, I think the secret's out that summer is right around the corner. Like, it was like clockwork.
We're done pretending.
Yes, every student came in to school this week on Monday and was like wired. Like I'm standing there teaching a 2nd grade class the other day, and I swear they're all like jittery and like their legs are just like bouncing back. Like they had so much energy, like that they were trying to pay attention, but it just kept coming out. Like every, I feel like every bit of the day right now is a struggle to maintain like any sort of focus. And
right.
Even though, hey, it's end of the year. I get that. We're doing our fun activities.
You're looking outside. You're like, man, I'd like to be outside
that
right
too,
now.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm worn.
Man.
I'm worn.
But I
don't know how you do it.
Right. Well, like back to coaching, you guys all know Todd, my assistant, and like Todd really cares, and Todd tries so hard, and it's a tough environment. We've talked about it. The schools are just, I talked to the volleyball team the other day, and I said, listen, you guys are stronger than you think you are, and you have another level to go to. And I said, everything in your life has conditioned you in these last 3 years to tell you that you're powerless. That, okay, whether it be the pandemic or the government's reaction to the pandemic, you were told you can't go to school. You have to do this. You can't go anywhere. You have to, and then you come back and it's sort of like all this arbitrary rules and everything else. And you have to follow, and it doesn't make any sense. And then now all my guys are good guys, but the school's pretty much upside down. And I said, you're sitting there saying, I'm doing the right thing, but I'm not getting anything for it. And I said that for them, that's 3 years of their, in some cases, 14 years. It's a quarter of their life. They've been told, hey, just shut up and stay out of the way.
Wow.
So Todd's dealing with that all the time. And by the time we get to practice, my man is toast every day.
Yeah.
And then even today, like for the match, and I said to him at one point, I said, Todd, I have to ask you this. When they're playing and you get angry, what are you angry? I said, like, what? Do you think they're not trying? Do you think they're like saying, no, I'm going to go ahead and miss this serve? I think that's the way to go, and he's like, you're right. So, for teachers, man, it's just got to be a finish line.
Oh, man. Yeah. Insane.
I mean, they just have to be hoping that they're going to be able to run to the tape and get to summer.
Right.
And I don't even, we said spring's hope. Well, we've been in spring for a minute. But like,
although it hasn't always felt like it.
No, it hasn't felt like it at all. We had and it's not just the weather. I don't know. For me, it just feels like winter 3.0 we've been in. We had a brief 1 week of summer, and then we went right back to winter. And it just, for what your kids are going through at school, I think they're bursting.
Yeah.
With the spring fever.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what I want to talk about tonight, because if you listen to all three of us, we're weathered. We're beaten down by the year. Maybe Eric's a little more beaten down by a current circumstance, but that's on top of other ones. And, even last night, I was just like, man, I just want to talk about something good. I want to say, what are we looking forward to? What are people looking forward to in general? So I think let's just start with, for each of us, what is it? And for those of you who are at the table with us, leave a comment and let us know, and we'll celebrate what you got going for. But I think we're going to hit on most of the things. So for each of us, what's got you moving forward?
4 things.
Nice.
5.
I know. 5 things.
Nothing.
I could add 5. For me, in general, it's some kind of event where getting together with friends or whatever, those are the things that drive me. But the first thing that I'm most looking forward to right now currently is Weekend Away with Amy, which is not this weekend, next weekend.
Nice.
It's our 15th year wedding anniversary. We're going to Deep Creek, Maryland, and Maggie's not going to be with us. We're just going to be able to sleep in and not be
maybe nap.
Woken
Who knows?
up. Yeah, probably. There's going to be a nap in there somewhere. Has to be. So there's that.
Well, and you were looking for, I remember you mentioned that last week, I think.
I think I've mentioned this the past 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So,
we don't have to dissect it at this moment, I guess, but I just want to mention, how far out can you dangle that carrot? You know what I'm saying? How far out is it still useful for you?
Right, because it is felt, because when we got,
you were already supposed to be going.
We were supposed to go away. We were just supposed to go away just to get away for an overnight or two. And then got COVID, and that put the kibosh on that. And so it feels like the goalpost just kept moving and moving and moving. So really happy that it's finally almost here.
And when are you leaving Friday noon or Friday after
We're
work?
leaving Thursday.
Oh yeah.
I think.
You should know.
I should know, but it's on the calendar. And that's the way I'm kind of operating right now.
That's right.
It's taken care of.
As long
it's
as
on
it's
the calendar.
There, you don't have to memorize it.
Yeah, I don't gotta remember right now.
You're staying how many nights?
2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're coming back.
That second sleep is so important.
Yeah.
The second night's
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah. We're coming home Saturday, so we got to be leaving Thursday.
That would make sense.
So there's that, and then there's our disc golf trip, which I am so excited for. We've done one, and it was really great.
Amazing.
I'm hoping this lives up to that hype, because man, it was just so much fun, and it's just a good trip. Vacation to the beach.
Right
I'm
around
a
the corner.
beach bum, so I just love getting away to the beach. I feel like this year we're going to be in a good season with Mags being a little not independent, but like a little bit more playful, doing things on her own kind of thing. You know what I mean? And then second disc golf trip, which is also my 40th birthday later on this summer. So like I'm looking forward to all this. You know,
all the getaways.
I was going to say it's mostly trip based.
Yeah. And what's exciting, and I know we're going to get into it, because one thing that like people say is like the peak of your excitement is like planning for the trip.
Right.
You know, or like on this day of the trip, if it's like a week long, like this day is like going to be your maximum day. Like, we've had a couple days that feel good. Oh, we still got 4 days left.
Right.
You know, that kind of thing.
It's not the end isn't looming too much. Yeah.
But what's cool about this summer is that like these are 4 things, and you know I know we're gonna be doing 2 right away, but like I got a nice summer.
Nice rhythm
out
to it.
Yeah.
When one's done, you're like, I still get the other one.
Yeah. And we got Brian's pool, so like you know it's all.
He has a pool.
He does.
Never heard him talk about it.
So having like all those things for you, like sort of spaced out and like looking ahead at the end of spring and summer as like this sort of like large time frame, do you feel like that in itself adds some comfort for you in that respect? Like that there's some like, it's sort of this, it's not one event, it's like, it's this whole span of
hope, the word you're looking for?
Yeah, we should call our episode something about hope. Something about hope.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that like once one is over, there's still one left. I feel like after the 40th birthday, I'm gonna be real sad.
Oh,
I was already thinking about that. Now I know today's hope. Today's hope. I'm not gonna bring up.
Well, apparently, like in the middle of August, we'll have to do an episode about the opposite of
when
hope.
it's over.
Despair.
Despair.
Yeah. Spring brings hope. Fall brings despair. It's gonna be a real popular one.
Well, then there's Christmas, you know. So looking forward to Christmas.
So, that brings in like how many months ahead are we supposed to look for that?
When you're in Walmart, like August, they're gonna have Christmas stuff up. Looking forward to that.
So for me, certainly, it's funny that I have 3 of the same things to look forward to that I'm excited about: the disc golf trip, vacation, second disc golf trip. But we are taking a trip in July. I haven't actually nailed it down yet. But Bella's been begging for the Midwest Americana mini vacation
fun
to just drive, and she
like Route 66 kind of deal.
I would love to do Route 66.
Me too.
But she's talked about it for years, to go see Bloomington, where I went to school. She's even looking into it to go to school there. She said she wants to go to college far enough away that when she comes home it means something. And where nobody knows who she is.
Okay.
And
that is that's interesting.
Which, as a child, maybe 5 years old, she told Rachel, "Mom, you're just going to have to understand that one day I will live far away from you and deliver the mail."
She plans to be a postal worker?
She did then.
Yeah.
It's still in the back burner.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to that trip. We'll probably go south, maybe through Cincinnati, and swing by a little place called Idlewild.
All right.
Not the amusement park, but the disc golf course.
Yeah. Get some Skyline chili.
No, gosh.
I actually like it.
Yeah, well. So that's another trip in there as well. And Rachel and I decided to move forward, and we hired Huntsman Projects to put a deck on our house.
Did you?
Wow, you pulled the trigger on that, huh?
We did. We just it's a big number.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be there, God willing, another 30 years, so may as well have a nice deck on there. And
you got a good backyard for a deck.
Yeah.
How does that balance for you, Jay? Like when you have this is really something to look forward to having this deck, and then there's this number, and once the numbers go, the number's the number. We made that decision, so bang. And you can let it go and like now you're looking forward. Okay, cool.
No, I mean, the whole time I'll be like, all right, we are responsible for overruns. Is he dragging his feet? I mean, he's my own nephew. He's not going to overcharge me, but I'll be like, oh, this is taking longer. But I mean, it's really also a very big day-to-day blessing, because certainly when we put the $5 million into the foundation, that lowered that step right outside my kitchen. So now it's literally a 3.5-foot drop every time I go outside to grill. Don't know if you know it, grill quite a bit. So what's nice is the deck will be all of that area as well.
Oh, cool.
So my whole grilling area, and
then
then
it'll
it'll
come
wrap
around
around
the
the
house.
back.
Nice. That's awesome.
So
is your grill going to be on like the deck?
Yeah, on that side.
I
don't even know if we're going to have a railing on that part or not. I wasn't really part of the design process. That may shock you. That was more of a Rachel thing. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for summer. I'm excited for all the things. And just, I like change. You know, as much as I like rhythm and pattern, I like, okay, let's, tomorrow night's the last volleyball match. Bang that out. And that means, hey, summer volleyball starts. All right, well, those are girls. All right, let's try that out. And, but I like to change. But I'm really excited for the trips. And probably squeeze in a Rachel and I go away for a day or two somewhere. So
some people don't like change.
Some don't.
I'm indifferent. No, that's not true. It all depends on the change for me. But I will say I have it's funny how much of it is like going away. Let's get out of here. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I mean, very similar disc golf trips, and I actually, to echo Eric, my Amy and I have a getaway, and we're actually heading away this weekend. Lake Erie wine country, anyone?
North of Titusville.
Never heard of it.
That's right.
So the wine country, though, not the Bayfront?
Correct. I mean, we might drive down and, check out Presque Isle or whatnot. It's a little place called Lakeview on the Lake.
Oh. Is it on a lake?
I don't know. According to the pictures, yes. It looks like a really cute little place. I think they have like little cabins, or it's not too rustic, but it's like little cabins that are sort of like, on the lake. But yeah, the name is a little redundant, but it's supposed to be a nice little place. So yeah, it's in Northeast PA, and that's sort of the heart of Lake Erie wine country. I've never been. So I mean, I've been to Erie.
Northeast PA, or is that the name of the town?
That's the name of the town.
I was going to say, bro,
yeah, confusing, right? No. All right,
that's Scranton.
Yeah. Yeah, confusing, right? But no, that's actually the name of the town.
Is it north of Erie?
It's northeast of Erie.
Yeah.
Kind of halfway between Erie and
Buffalo.
The New York
wine
border.
Country. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I've been to Erie like a million times. That was sort of my big city when I was growing up in Titusville. And never made that journey to the Northeast and into wine country. So, I'm excited for that. And it's, it's something new. And it's just, again, all these things that have sort of been taking away my energy. I'm really looking forward to this weekend away and to just like...
And you're leaving when?
Friday.
Okay. 2 nights? 1 night?
2 nights. Yep. Got that cushion of a night. Like you said, like you got to have that second sleep to make it feel like you're away. So that's really exciting. And what I say, disc golf trips and vacations and stuff. But I'm also trying to look forward to just things that are like happening, that I like, the little things I get to look forward to coming up here as we approach the end of the school year. So obviously, like as a teacher, I guess I'm kind of lucky in that way, because there is like an end to the school year and you get a little reprieve. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to, is just that sort of finalizing that and moving into summer mode. But also looking forward to just I have some things going on around the house that your nephew is also helping me with a little bit here and there. But there's also some things like on my own that just like, it's almost like, it sounds like weird to look forward to, but like to like be able to knock things off the to-do list. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Is like, that's going to feel really good when
especially when they don't suck.
Yes. And hopefully they don't. Like,
usually... hold on. Sorry for interrupting.
No.
Once you get those things that really suck done, that feels great to cross it off the list. But as far as looking forward to,
right?
Like we're going to redo our hardwood floors this summer.
Oh, okay.
And that's like, I can do that. I've done it before. I've also done it wrong before, but like, all right, I can't wait to, I'm going to bang that out. Let's do that. Like, that's okay. I like that kind of stuff.
Cool. Yeah. And and they can look like daunting things when you're looking ahead at them. But with the added perspective of, but it's going to be summer. My schedule's more relaxed. Like, it's not like, I got to come home on a weeknight and do it. Like, it's like, okay, it's going to be a little more chill. I can wake up. I can just, here's my plan for the day. And so I'm just looking forward to that sort of peaceful way of accomplishing things, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would add also, and I've already sort of talked about it, just very excited about the church disc golf course, which I went through, and probably didn't even really share this with you guys, bit of a lull about it when Monroeville's new course opened up, because it's like, we didn't get a lot of traffic on the disc golf course as it was, and now it's like, okay, the new exciting course in town is 10 minutes further away.
Right.
But I still like, the original course the way it is. And then the fact that I'm building 3 new holes, which I forgot how good it felt to do work on the disc golf course. Like, keeping it trimmed and stuff like that, but like building the course for me is so exciting. Like today, there's a new hole that I'm putting in, a new basket area, and there's just all these thorn bushes. And today I used my 3 pronged metal brush cutter weed whacker trimmer.
Oh, right. The one, it's like a weed whacker, but with metal. 3
metal blades instead of string. And I just killed it all, and I cut it all. And it's, it's maybe about 50 feet by 20 feet. I mean, not consistently, but a bunch of them. And it was just so great to stand there and be like, that was there. Now it's dead. Now, I could also go, and I still have to somehow rake it somewhere, but like at least, so I've forgotten how good that felt.
Well, seeing your vision come to fruition, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that and the other projects as well. Some other things I think that people are looking forward to. I know of a bunch of people who are in the process of new jobs. And I think that's not inherently a spring thing, but a thing this spring that a lot of people are looking at. And I think that's always a scary, exciting time. Is this, is it, are we going to something better? They're
right.
So that's, I think, something a lot of people are looking forward to. What about just outside work for you guys? Is that something like you shared last week, Eric? Your new toy.
My new toy, yeah. My electric mower.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like,
do you guys look forward to that in the summer, or is it like,
It's a little bit. Now, I will say, I look forward to Amy. Amy has a green thumb, and she does.
She does a nice job out there.
She does do a really nice job.
But let me ask you. I'm going to interrupt you. When Amy's working on her flowers and stuff, that means you're on Maggie duty.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Okay.
Because a lot of times
it's tossed her on the trampoline.
Yeah, right. It's and it's not for usually all that long, because Amy likes to pick around in the evening mainly when it's cooler and
when you're running out the clock.
Yeah, running out the clock, and then she goes to bed, and then whatever, and then I get to do whatever. So, but yeah, I hate planting and weeding. I hate it so much.
You are not vague.
If it were me. If you look at our neighbor's house, Jordan and Ruby, they have rocks around, like just a rock bed. I would do that, and I would just spray weed killer in it, like just just to keep the weeds out. Like that would be my thing.
Rock bed of death.
Yeah, maybe a bush, but like
a non-trimming bush.
Yeah, right. Like
just a fake one that you just put there.
People across the street, Kenny, man, keeps his lawn tight, not a weed on that thing. But then, like, you don't see him out picking in the yard because he's got, like, bushes and rocks. Like, he doesn't have to worry about it. But she loves it. But so I look forward to her getting to go out because that's, like, her happy place. And it also looks great. Like, once it's all, like, grown in, like, it looks really nice. And I just love pulling up and seeing it. It looks great. But I do love the initial mow and trim. Getting that line tight, on the walkway,
like for the season.
Like getting that going.
It is funny the weekly clock though, because you mow the lawn, you're like, man, it looks good. 2 days later, you're like,
this time
shaggy.
of year,
and you're like, didn't I just cut this?
Seriously,
Rachel has said that to me. It has to be every summer. You you do this every summer. She goes, you cut the grass, and the next day you're like, is it really already this high? I'm like, yeah, you and the laundry, all right,
Or there'll be a dandelion that like sprung up overnight, and it's just ruining
just that one. You're ruining the lawn.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't look forward to it, but I do like mowing the lawn now that I'm older.
It is a thing.
Well, and it's like, I put my headphones on, podcast in my own little world,
I'm not a lawn mowing guy, like as far as enjoying it, but I feel like it is because that's the thing that just keeps needing done. But I've always had a love-hate relationship with outside work. Like the seeing it on my to-do list can be so daunting, and I'm like, that's gonna take forever. It's gonna be hard work. I'm gonna be sore and sweaty, and it's hours, and I don't want to do that at all. However, many times once I just get rolling on it, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's like working out.
Yeah, like once you get going and you're like, this is good.
Yeah,
and the result, like, so if I'm like, we have like sort of like a little embankment along one side of our yard where there's some plants and things, and above a little stone wall, and it's a weeding. If I let it go, it's just a weed central, but it looks horrible. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get in there and do that. Like, I don't want to. My arms are gonna break out from whatever dumb weeds are in there. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to wear long sleeves. Like, it's hot out.
Yeah.
Blah.
Nobody wears long sleeves.
Nah, it's just getting a shower after. But then you gotta get a shower afterwards, and then there's that thing,
right. But yet, man, when it's done, when there is a job done outside, I love it, and I feel so good. I'm like, I want to hang out in my own yard. This is beautiful, so I know it's worth it. I just have to get myself doing it.
Crack that beer, eat that cheese.
That's
sit
right.
there, feel like a man.
And that's definitely something I look forward to in the season, is like setting up our back patio with the furniture.
I saw you already got the sun sale out.
Got the sun sales
out.
Oh
yeah, I forgot about the sun sale.
Got Big Lots had 20% off, plus a 20% off seasonal stuff. So I got new cushions for the.
Yeah, you go.
It was $175 for 5
for all those things.
For 5 sets, which is like, if you've shopped for those, that's unheard of.
Yeah.
So
love me some Big Lots.
Oh yeah, I love Big Lots.
Under
and the Penn Hills one is great.
Appreciated, perhaps. Yeah. I don't know. At least it flies under the radar in my mind.
Right. You don't think of it a lot, but like, man, it's so convenient.
And that is like our local department-ish store.
Kmart.
It's our local
Kmart.
Which isn't a thing anymore.
It ain't no Montgomery Ward, I'll tell you that much.
It's not a Walmart.
It's not Zayres. Hills? Ames? See, I'm different, by the way, on Big Lots. I don't mind it, but Big Lots, their should-be slogan is like, we have everything that you weren't looking for. Right. Like, I'm looking for something, they never have it. But then they have 50 other things.
Right.
What? Well, you're exactly right, because I'm trying to think what I went
I'll go in for like Scotch tape. Nah, don't have it. Q-tips. Sorry.
Yeah. But I went
VCR tapes. How do they not have those anymore? I'm just kidding.
I went in there for something, and then I came out with like 3 other things that I was
but not the thing you wanted. It's
no,
like
actually I did because
okay.
it was simple of what I want. I needed Snickers bars for our friend Justin, and but then I was like, oh man, this sale, like these cushions, like,
right.
It's like, and every time I'm there, I'm like, oh, we could use this, we could use that, yeah. So I appreciate it. I look forward to going to Big Lots.
Speaking of outside, which is a lot of what spring gives hope.
Yeah.
For me, it's my herb garden. Love that.
Oh yeah.
Love going to Henkel's, I think it's called, the little nursery that overlooks the Triborough Expressway.
That's the place I've never been.
Dude, it's crazy. I told Joe about it so he could buy Rachel a Mother's Day gift. And I said, now, if you go with Leah, she's going to think you're going to kill her and dump the body. Like, you are on this hillside in sort of like, I don't know if it's Turtle Creek or post-Churchill, Edgewoody, not even Edgewood, Churchill, Rankin, I don't know. You are in the middle of nowhere on this 1-lane road, and then it's a house with 3 greenhouses, and it's the best prices anywhere.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna might even go tomorrow. Anyhow, so excited about that, which leads to cookouts.
Oh yeah.
And
I
fires.
mean, you're a guy who has a grilling season.
Oh, it's true. Right. Unlike you, I do not grill year round.
You don't have
that
a grilling
is true.
sweatshirt.
I did
like
not
I
grill this winter.
I only did like 4 days a week.
I enjoy. Yeah. I mean,
Rib season?
I have grilled twice though since
Yeah,
springtime.
sure.
it's a win-win for me because not only do I enjoy being out there, and hey, especially after my patio's all like cleared off for the season and it's a job well done, I enjoy being out there. And then you don't have to light the oven inside, so it's win-win, right? You're not heating the house up. You're just like, and you're outside, and it smells good, and you're on your clean patio. And by that I mean I'm on my clean patio.
I feel you, buddy.
How about some farmers markets? You guys aren't big farmers markets
Oh,
people.
yeah.
You guys are huge farmers market people.
Monroeville, dude, it's one of the best ones.
I would be if they weren't all just like in the morning.
That is a valid point. That's a valid point.
Yeah, you do got to go so it's not picked over.
Oh, who cares about picked over? It's just being open.
Yeah.
Like they close at noon on a Saturday. Who's up before noon on a Saturday?
The Monroe,
Somebody with a 2 or a 3-year-old.
yeah. The Monroeville one is really nice though.
Yeah.
It's
I
awesome.
may try to go out there at some point.
Yeah.
I like the Verona one is like, I think Thursday afternoons.
Sure.
Do that one. Anyhow, so I like farmers markets. Love to support the local farmer.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
fan. I always overpay and I tell them that.
Well, and the
That's
thing
nice.
is, like there's a meat guy out there.
Clarion?
No.
Frank.
I can't remember. I can't remember the name.
Sign
of it.
says meat.
But really good meat. But it is not cheap.
Nope.
But it's good quality, and I like supporting them.
How about it always tastes better?
Mm-hmm.
Like the veggies and at least
That's real food.
Yeah, right. I mean, it is like
Yeah.
it's just always better.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't wait to make pickles.
Love it.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
been making them with Aldi pickles. Come on. Here's something that I think a lot of people are excited for, and I am not. Kennywood or Idlewild.
I'm
Not
excited.
the disc golf course. But
I'm
the
excited
actual
for
park.
Kennywood
Zoo. People are excited.
like once.
People are excited for a lot of it. Pools.
I'm excited that Mags is totally into it, and it's really fun to take her there. And we got season passes, so we don't have to feel like we need to go all day.
Wait, Idlewild?
Both Idlewild and Kennywood.
Oh, nice.
That's baller.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sunday evening stop in 6 o'clock.
Right.
Of course she goes to bed.
Well,
Like 8.
when we get Amy's new day off is Friday, and at work we get summer Friday, so we're off in the afternoon. So there's going to be a few times we're gonna skip out, hit up a Friday afternoon Idlewild,
Yeah.
Couple hour amusement park thing.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
It's the best thing that they've ever done.
Yes.
Because I remember when I was a kid, it was awesome to be at Kennywood for 24 hours.
Yeah.
But as a parent,
Oh.
it's too much.
It's
This
way
is the
too
first
much.
year we haven't done season passes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow,
Because even so, like,
that makes me sad.
no, I'm good with it.
Well, no, it makes me sad for us.
Oh, man, because now, you got them and we don't have them.
Right.
Yeah, that is bad. But I would love to see. We would go Sunday evenings by 6 o'clock and see all the families coming out just mother effing each other, burned.
Yeah.
Kids are screaming. We're
Right.
like, we're gonna ride 3 rides and go home. Anything else you guys think of people are looking forward to? What else could we share in the fact that we don't know what people are looking forward to?
It's a wedding season.
Wedding season? Not a lot for me this summer, actually. I have something later, but other people. Sure.
Are you talking about like your own wedding?
No, that was 15 years ago.
No, but I mean like as a person, like
Yeah, for somebody.
I mean that's
their
certainly
own
something to
wedding.
look forward to, but
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that comes with such a task list.
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
can that possibly be the thing that you're like?
There's
This is keeping me going. Like,
That's different, by the way, for the bride and the groom.
Yeah.
Stereotypically speaking.
There's also people that are like, I don't really want to go to your wedding.
I enjoy going to a wedding. I
do
really
too,
do.
Yeah.
I like,
Depends on
Yeah,
that.
it depends on the
I
people.
like going and not talking to anybody. That stops everything.
Yeah,
No, I do. I don't like to be very social, so I like to go and I just watch.
You just people watch. Just people watch and just observe.
Am I creepy? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, no, you know.
I'm creepy.
Yeah.
I like weddings, especially because that's about the only place Rachel and I ever get to slow dance. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Where are you ever going to slow dance?
Right.
It's in movies, like people do it in their living room. Nope.
That couldn't be more awkward.
Yeah. I don't know anybody that's ever slow danced in their own house.
It is like an automatically romantic date. If you have a wedding you're going to and you haven't been to one for a while and like you're and it's you and your wife, and you get to go and you dress up and you've got this nice dinner, and of course love is in the air, and you get to dance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weddings are fun. So yeah, weddings,
I don't know.
vacations,
Oh, man,
school being out.
Mm-hmm.
Vacations, disc golf trips, the best.
What I think is interesting about each and every one of these that we have mentioned, both for ourselves and in general, I don't think we're missing anything,
Nothing.
is the fact that they're not for everybody.
What?
All the things we mentioned. Like some people are like yard work. I hate yard work. That's the worst thing. Grilling out, weddings, they're the worst. You know, and it all depends on the perspective, because just like you said, yard work, I hate it, but I like it when it's done. You know, vacations.
Yeah, you're looking forward to it being done.
You know, too often for a lot of people, vacations are a hassle and they're a burden, and you know, you're looking at the money, and you know, growing up, we went to Lake Erie. Ever heard of it? With 2 other families. 3 other families? Wow, that's weird. 2 other families. And my mom was like, let me be clear. This is not a vacation for me. You know, because we would go to cottages and they would take turns cooking, but all the ladies cooked and everything else. Yeah. It can be a big hassle for a lot of people, but I think the focus is knowing what you know and having a good perspective on it. Like, okay, it's something you don't like to do, but the rest of the family's doing. Okay, well, you're loving and serving your family by being a part of that.
Sure.
You know, if you don't like cutting the grass, well, at least you're providing for your family. Your wife likes weddings, you don't. Okay. You know, so I think perspective as we move forward is really important. But Chris, you brought up a little something earlier.
I didn't even know.
Before the podcast.
Oh.
When you said, you want to make sure you don't hope your spring/summer away.
Right. Yeah. As most topics in this world, I am torn in two because I have to look at all sides of things. Well, in this case, it's like, okay, I'm looking forward to, you know, this disc golf trip or the end of the school year. And yet, part of me is like, I don't know. I think I'm kind of philosophically opposed to looking ahead. At least I want to be. Like, I want to be able to be present. I want to enjoy this day that I've got. You know, I don't want to wish this, you know, beautiful month of May away just so I can get to June. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I want like this healthy balance of, okay, these things are coming and that's cool to think about and look forward to. But I don't want to be today thinking, you know, that's all I'm thinking about is, oh gosh, I can't wait for then. I can't wait for then. I can't wait, whatever then is, you know what I mean? Like I want to be able to think, oh, that's going to be nice. And here I am, and I can enjoy this day and find some positives in it, and you know.
Yeah, I feel that more maybe on a macro level as a parent. Like I'm real tired of toddler season, and I'm looking forward to when Maggie's a little bit more be on her own,
autonomous,
or even like, you know, there's some video games I want to play with her that aren't really appropriate for her age, and she can't do it anyway right now, like, but I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
But I'm but also like, you know, this part of her life is huge developmentally, and you know, I forget who said it, but like you have until 4 and then your kid isn't like a child anymore, you know, like
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't say that, but like you have until 4, like that's like where the cutoff is, and then like it's a very different like part of their life, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm butchering it.
It was actually 40.
Oh, you're almost there.
Yeah.
But I don't want to wish this away and you know, waiting for then, because you know then's gonna have issues too and all that.
Sure.
You know?
Well, I think we've talked about it in the past that you want to make sure on a negative way, you don't want to live the life of next big thing productions, and that is, as soon as I get done with this, life will get easy. As soon as this project's over, life's easy. Well, I think the opposite, Chris, that you're bringing up is true as well. If you just keep looking at the next thing, oh, that's going to give me hope, that's going to get me excited, that's something to look forward to, well, then you aren't going to be present right now.
Right. Or how about just to go along with that, like the whole grass is always greener kind of thing could fall into that category too. I think, like, if we're always looking at, well, if I only had this, if I only, and that's sort of a different way of looking forward, I guess, but like, if I only had whatever that might be, and yet so many times in life we find out, oh, the grass isn't necessarily greener over there in that new job or in that new house or in the new whatever. It's more about like
being content with perspective and being content with who you are, where you are,
right,
and what you're doing. I think also if you're putting too much pressure on these things that we're having hope for, then when they come, the pressure is much higher. And so therefore, you won't be able to enjoy it. So the irony is, if you are not present and content in what you have right now, you won't be present and content in what you are looking forward to.
And Eric, you mentioned that earlier with regard to vacation. Like the whole, where's the sweet spot of vacation?
Yeah.
Or maybe, and then I tagged on, but like, it's the whole, okay, anticipating it is you said that earlier, right? Like, the anticipation is the best part. Right. And then once you get to vacation,
you're on like day 3, it's sweet spot.
Right.
You know, we still got like 4 days left.
But then before you know it, vacation isn't over and you're already worried about it being over. Like you missed, you know what I mean? Like you've looked forward to it for so long and now you're worried about it being over.
Yeah.
Well, and that goes to that end. Like if you're really looking forward to something, you have a countdown. It's 2 weeks left. It's 1 week left until we go, or this event doesn't have to be a vacation. You know, it could be, hey, they're going to start our deck in June. Oh, we only have 1 more month until the deck gets started. But then all of a sudden, you know, if you have the countdown for it to begin, the minute it begins, you have the countdown for it to end.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really the old improv adage of yes and. Like, I want to be present where I am right now, but I'm also excited for what's coming. And, you know, Brian, again, not here with us this week, but he'll be with us next week. You know, he's the king of being present. You know, it could be the last minute of vacation, and it's as if it's the first minute. He is just there having a good time and enjoying it and being present.
Yeah.
My lovely sister, Mary Lynn, sits with us at the table. I mean, the minute vacation starts, that clock is ticking.
Yeah.
And, you know, until it's the last afternoon at the beach and she's weeping openly, just laying in the sand, and Bob's dragging her back up to the condo.
So are you using that as an example, like opposite of Brian?
Correct.
Okay. So like, she's like the person who, like, as soon as you're there, she's like, I got to squeeze everything in. And if I don't.
Right. I mean, she enjoys vacation. Don't get me wrong in any way, shape, or form, but she dreads the end of vacation.
Whereas like Brian is like, the last day of vacation is just as fun as the first.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's yes and it's both. It's make sure you want to be fueled by, hey, we're moving forward to this, but yet I'm okay where I am right now, and that way you get both, because you get to enjoy the looking forward to it, but then you're also present. But I would like to echo that point again. If you're not content with what you're doing now, you won't be content when you get what you're looking forward to.
It's a mirage.
Oh, it is a
emotional
mirage.
I like to call it BLB. Need to be like Brian.
Be like Brian.
Yeah.
This is an interesting subject tonight. Like, yeah.
Just being like Brian?
Yeah. No, like just talking, just looking forward to things. Because, like, you don't really think about it. I know.
What you're trying to say.
I hear you.
Profound.
No, I'm with you.
It is profound because
I
hope I'm not putting words in your mouth, but you're saying that you really don't think about it and with enough perspective.
Right.
Like you
even like going back to like doing lawn work, the first lawn, like thinking about getting that edge in and getting everything all looking good. Can't wait till that's all done. It's going to look great. You know, like you don't really think about it with any purpose. Like, yeah, you might be looking forward to it, but you're not like, you don't like dive deep into like why or like, you know,
reflect upon
things.
it, enjoy the fact that this is where I am and this is what I get to do and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because
I will notice like myself, like when I pull up like to the house after the lawn is like fresh.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like, oh yeah. I see you. Look at your lawn grass. My lawn looks way better.
All right, well, with that, we are going to wind down on episode 156. We certainly thank you for joining us at the table this week. As we said before, if you can, please give us a like or follow on social media, and definitely visit us at lunchtimeinrome.com. And while there, you can take our relational needs questionnaire, learn a little something about yourself and your loved ones. Thank you for joining us, as always, at the table for Lunchtime in Rome. Bye-bye.
See you next week.
Bye.